Someone screaming for help. They've seen shark fins in the water. The lifeguard is waving a purple flag, but it's too late. The jellyfish have taken over. There's a huge wave approaching the shore at 90 degrees. Panic breaks at the beach. You have one chance to save them all with your time traveler kit. You take your beach survival guide with you and push the red button. Voila! You made it to the beach 1 hour before things went wrong. Some kids built a huge sandcastle. They were digging deep to get more and more sand. That pit they made right by the water can turn into a sinkhole. It doesn't fill completely, so someone can twist an ankle if they step in there. Sometimes, people even fall in huge sinkholes. The sand fills them back immediately and feels like concrete thrown at you. You tell everyone around the sandcastle to watch where they step. The spongy sand area here could be quicksand. It forms near riverbanks, marshes, and beaches, and is 70% water. It seems solid, so you check it with a stick and step on it lightly. It holds the weight. If someone doesn't know how to handle it, they might sink down to the waist. The secret for getting out is to stay calm and slowly wiggle your legs out lying on your back. You mark the area with 4 sticks for those who don't know the rules. You notice a wave quickly moving at right angle to the shore. Beach Survival Guide says it's a rip current. They can form in any part of the world. You tell everyone to stay out of the water until it's gone. Rip current corridors are usually narrow and not dangerous, but they can get long and wide as a bowling lane. This beast can pull you in the water even from the shore. If you get caught in a rip current, try to stay calm to save energy and come up with a good plan. Don't try to fight the current, it'll always win. Swim parallel to the shore until you're out of it. If that doesn't work, try to scream for help or wave a hand. If you're trying to save someone out of a rip current, throw them something that floats. If you go in the water to save them, both of you might need help. An older couple must want some quiet, so they swim closer to the pier away from the crowd. You get in the water to warn them it's a bad idea. Most rip currents form close to piers, jetties, and other structures in the water. But even a small current can carry you right into that stone construction. You spot a group of divers. They're carrying underwater cameras to take pictures of marine life. You tell them to watch out for flower urchins. They look like beautiful corals, but in fact have poisonous spines to scare away their predators. These spines are also dangerous for humans. If you step on any sea urchin, it feels like stepping on nails or glass. Some sea urchins also have venomous bites. Some sea snakes have more venom than cobras. They use it to paralyze fish, but will never attack humans first. Sometimes the tide washes them out of the water. They will pretend to be lifeless, but can still bite out of reflex. This bite can give you some nasty symptoms. The lionfish that lives in the Atlantic Ocean, Gulf of Mexico, and the Caribbean Sea is one of the most beautiful sea predators. They can sting you by accident with their cobra-like venom. It hurts like the sting of 1,000 bees. Some algal blooms, also called red tides, can have dangerous natural toxins in them. If you spot black, white, green, brown, purple, or red algae that looks like cottage cheese, thick soup, or a film on the water, keep your head and especially mouth and nose away from it. Also, take a shower after you get out of the water to be safe. Someone's shouting there's a stinging jellyfish in the water. You talk to the lifeguard to put up the purple flag. It's an international sign there are dangerous ocean animals nearby, mostly jellyfish. Some of them are harmless. Others, like box jellyfish, grow about the height of a human and are super dangerous. Lion's mane jellyfish loves colder water of the Pacific and Atlantic Oceans and grows the size of a blue whale if you measure it with tentacles. It uses them to hunt. You take a loudspeaker and inform everyone what the purple flag means. It's best to stay out of the water when you see it. If you must get in the water, at least wear a diving suit to protect your skin. One jellyfish is lying motionless on the shore. You don't let anyone pick it up. It can still sting. If that happens, you gotta pour some clean water over your skin and then top it with vinegar. The heat becomes unbearable, and one family is looking for some shadow under the coconut tree. You tell them to find a different spot. A coconut is falling off the height of its tree at a crazy speed. Luckily, they moved the towel right before it happened. While the family is looking for a new spot to park their towel, you remind them to drink plenty of water. It can save you from a heat stroke. They take more lives every year than floods, lightning, hurricane, and tornadoes combined. Plain water is the best drink choice for the beach to avoid having one. A sweet old lady takes out some bread to feed the seagulls. You run up to her and take the bread to protect her. When you hand bread to seagulls aloft, they can strike you. They can also hurt you with their bills or wings by accident as they fly by. If you feed them, they can follow you and raid your bags for more food if you don't give it to them. So the best you can do is throw all food remnants in trash cans with lids to keep the birds at bay. Two guys are watching a YouTube video about cross sea. It's a rare thing for most parts of the world and only happens regularly near one French island. When underwater current makes the water go one way and the wind sends it another, the waves run in squares, like a chessboard in the sea. Cross seas are super dangerous for swimmers and can even turn over a large boat. They form rip currents and powerful waves. The best you can do if you see it is stay out of the water. A huge wall of foam is moving towards you. It's a shore break, named so because it breaks directly on the sand or in shallow water with full force. If you get in its way, you might get seriously hurt. During shore breaks, water seems deeper than it really is, so when you dive in without checking the depth, you can injure yourself even more. Sometimes these shore breaks get so big and powerful, they can drop people to the ground and carry them into the sea. If that happens and you start freezing in the water, don't try to swim too quickly to keep yourself warm. Relax your arms, control your breathing, and move your limbs as little as possible. Take the fetal position. It's like sitting in the water and hugging your knees. Try to keep some part of your body above the water to save heat. Your body temperature can also drop if you've been in the water for too long. Count to 10 and then back to 1. If you can't do it many times over and over, get out of the water immediately. Otherwise, you could pass out in the water. When you get back to the safe shore, warm yourself up with towels, layers of clothing, and a hat. It's getting dark and you tell everyone to move out of the water. You only have one chance in 4 million to meet a shark at the beach, but it's more likely to happen at or after sunset and before sunrise. Sharks are most active at these times. You also have a better chance to spot it from the distance when it's bright and the sea is calm. You hear thunder roar somewhere in the distance. When that happens at the beach, it means you're already in lightning danger zone. The large open space of the beach and the water is one of the worst places to live through a storm. Everyone's packing and leaving for safety.